In this video, I will be teaching you how I leveraged AI to craft original stories accompanied by images on social media. My AI theme page has amassed millions of views across multiple platforms. It also enabled me to eventually monetize my page and sell products related to what I was doing to my audience. And I'm making this for anyone who wants to make extra income online with content, using AI. And if you actually take this to the super serious level, then you can actually make this a main source of income. You can either scale one page massively and make a lot of money off that one page, or you can make multiple pages that maybe don't make you a lot of money, but if each one is making $1,000 a month and you have 10 pages, that's 10K a month right there. So obviously, to get started, you need to know the AI websites and tools that you're gonna need to get started with this. The first one being Midjourney, which I'm sure all of you have heard about, which is image generation. The second one would be 11 Labs, which is voice narration and even voice cloning. ChatGPT for scripts and overall ideas, as well as Canva and Capcut for editing. You could use whatever you want to edit, obviously whatever is better for you, but I have my way I do it, and I'm gonna show you the way I do it. Maybe you like my way. If not, you could do it your own way. So now the first step would be selecting the niche for your theme page. Think of popular genres like fantasy, horror, sci-fi. You can even mix them together. You can do horror, sci-fi, you can stuff like that. For this video specifically, I'm gonna go with the horror niche so I can explain and show you guys how I do this. Now we're gonna head over to ChatGPT, and this goes without saying, but the first thing you should already know to do is come up with a name as well as like profile picture and all that, which is easy to do. Just ask ChatGPT to help you come up with names for your story page, and then have Midjourney make your profile pictures, banners, whatever, stuff like that. Back to ChatGPT, we're gonna ask it to write us a short horror story, and after you ask it, it'll spit out a nice story for you to use. Now when it comes to your prompt, you can either be detailed or not. As you can see here, I just said write me a short horror story, make it scary and dark. You could be like, hey, I want this set in the woods. I want this to be a group of 5 teenagers in a campfire at a cabin and they get attacked by blah blah blah. But for the sake of the video, I'm keeping it simple and I'm not really gonna add that much detail. Either way though, here we have our story, The Hounds of Black Hollow. Now obviously, read through it a little bit, make sure it makes sense. After you've gone over and make sure it was good, now you're gonna go ahead and copy the script. And then we're gonna head over to 11 Labs and then paste the story right into there. And then you're gonna go through the AI voices, and depending whatever genre that you use, like if I'm using horror, I'm gonna try to find something that's a little spooky, scary sounding to narrate my story. They have a whole library of voices to choose from. You can see the top here, all the categories: narrative and story, conversational, characters and animation, bring your stories to life. They just have a whole bunch of things to choose from. Like, I love 11 Labs so much. But yeah, there's just a wide range to choose from. Bring Your Stories to Life is one of my favorites to choose. You can see all these, and if you click on them and listen to them, they literally sound like some fantasy storyteller or horror storyteller. It's perfect voices. They literally have everything. Like, look, I'm just going through the page and look at all this. But yeah, once again, the link for 11 Labs will be down in the description along with the other AI websites and tools for y'all to use. But yeah, go ahead, look through the library, find a voice that goes along with your story, and you can continue. And then all you do is hit generate speech, and it'll do it for you just like that. It's super easy. Then just go ahead and listen to whatever it made and see if it sounds good, or if it pronounced things correctly, and then if it didn't, then just regenerate it again. And now we're gonna head over to the editing part of the process. Once again, you can choose to edit however you like, but I'm gonna show you my way and how I do it. The way I'm gonna do it is how it worked for me. It's very simple for me to do, and maybe you find it that way too. If not, you could do it your own way. So what I do is I head over to Canva and I go on the free online TikTok video editor. Just search that on Google and it'll pop up. All that means is that it's formatted for your phone, so you could post it on Reels, Shorts, and TikTok. Once you're on the editor, you're gonna head over here to Uploads, and then you're gonna hit Upload File, and then you're gonna upload the audio that you just downloaded from 11 Labs. So there it is. You're just gonna click on it, and it will automatically get part of the timeline on your editor. And then all I simply do is I extend this all the way, so you can see like the bar here for your audio. I just extend that all the way, all the way until, until I reach the full audio. So here we can see my video came out to be a little over 2 minutes, which sounds like a lot, right? Well, that's because it is. I would say when you start, you want your story to be 40 seconds to a minute long max. So let's say this were to happen and this is what you wanted to do. You can split your videos into parts. If you decide to make really intriguing and really good like horror stories or fantasy stories, and you want to make like a little series, you could do that. And it's also an amazing way to grow your audience. You'll get people in your comments literally saying, hey, when's the next one? Hey, movie boy, hurry it up. And let's say you posted all 4 parts or something, right? And someone gets the 4th video on their For You page and they really like it. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna go on your page and go back to the first one and watch through all of them. And that's how you can get more views on those videos. So if that's what you wanna go for and make parts, that's not a bad thing at all. It can actually be very beneficial. Now, this is where the video making process really starts. So as you listen along to the story, right? So if I play this part of my story right here, right? That little part, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna head over to Midjourney, and as I listen to my story, I'm gonna generate images along with the story. So that little part I just heard, you know, the town with the black well, they don't talk about it, whatever. I pause it right then and there, and I head over to Midjourney, and I start making my images based on what I just heard. So I go bit by bit with the audio. Now we're gonna start asking Midjourney to make us our images. Here I'm gonna put spooky town, I can't spell, Black Hollow. Or I'm gonna put called Black Hollow. Also, when you make these images, make sure you add --AR space 9:16. And all that is, that's just the dimensions for the images, so you can see it's like framing it for the phone. And the hardest part with Midjourney is sometimes it won't give you the images you want. So you might have to play around with it. You might have to generate a couple times to have it put out the images that you have in your head or what you think looks good. But I'm happy with this first image here. And what I love about this is all you have to do is hold it, drag it, go to the tab where you have Canva and drop it right there. So you don't even have to save the images onto your computer and then have a whole bunch of, you know, pictures on your freaking computer. And obviously what you would do is you would drag it here into the timeline, boom, have it be the first picture, listen along to your story.
The town of Black Hollow never spoke.
All right, and then you would just drag the timing on it based on how you listen to the story, and then I'm gonna go ahead and keep finding images to go along with the, you know, the audio. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. I'm not gonna do the whole 2 minutes. I'm probably gonna do like 30 to 40 seconds just for the video so you guys can see it. Also, quick thing by the way, you're gonna wanna add some music to go along with the story as well. You easily go on YouTube and find royalty-free sounds and then use a YouTube to MP3 extractor and then put the audio for that onto your video. All right, so I'm back and I got it to about 35 seconds in length, and this is what I got so far so you guys can see.
The town of Black Hollow never spoke of the old well. It sat at the edge of the woods, its stones slick with moss, its mouth gaping like a wound in the earth. They said it was cursed. They said something lived at the bottom. No one dared go near it, except for Daniel. He was new in town, a skeptic, a drifter. When he heard the stories at the local bar, he laughed. Ghosts, curses, you're all superstitious fools. The bartender only shook his head. You'll see.
So as you can see, it's a cool little story with nice little images that will get people hooked to see what will happen at the end. And if you notice, I also added transitions to each of the frames, as well as I added the animation that it zooms on each of them as well. And the reason I do it is because it makes it look a little more professional. It adds movement and it makes it a bit more engaging versus just having still pictures that just cut to a different picture every couple seconds. And now what you're gonna do is download this to your phone. Make sure you have Capcut on your phone, log into your account and everything, and then you can download the video straight onto your device. Once again, you can also do this on the computer. This is just my method, all right? I'm weird. I like doing the Canva editing on the computer, and then I like doing my Capcut stuff on the phone. But the thing I use Capcut for these types of videos is the auto captions. Just go on there, select auto captions, and it'll, you know, narrate your whole video and put text throughout the whole video.
The town of Black Hollow never spoke of the old well. It sat at the edge of the woods, its stones slick with moss, its mouth gaping like a wound in the earth. They said it was cursed. They said something lived at the bottom. No one dared go near it, except for Daniel. He was new in town, a skeptic, a drifter. When he heard the stories at the local bar, he laughed. Ghosts, curses, you're all superstitious fools. The bartender only shook his head. You'll see.
And there you go, you have your first video to upload. So now it's time to upload your video on all platforms. So YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and of course, TikTok. And also, of course, as you gradually grow on each of those, you'll be able to monetize on all the platforms instead of just one. You're definitely gonna wanna try to upload every single day. If you can do 3 videos a day, awesome. If you can do 2 videos a day, awesome. If you can't do that many a day, at least try to go for 1 every single day. That you should be able to do. Don't lie to yourself. And of course, you'll get better at it. You'll be able to make more in a day. You also start getting feedback from the people and the algorithm, so you can see, hey, these type of videos or this genre does better for me than these. And then you just go ham with those. Now let's fast forward a few months. You've been uploading for a while. You've grown your pages. You're doing well. But now it's time to monetize. As you may know, on TikTok, they have the creative program where if you have 10,000 followers, you can join it and then start making money off your views for videos that are a minute or longer. Another thing with TikTok is that at 5K followers, you can join the affiliate program. You would go ahead and join that. And if you had, let's say, the horror page, you can find products on TikTok Shop to promote that are related to horror. And then with YouTube, if you start popping off on there, once you meet the monetization requirements, then you can start making money off YouTube. All right, so my camera died, which is why things look a bit different now. But anyways, where was I? So when it comes to monetizing on Instagram, it's a little weird because in order to make money from your reels on Instagram, you have to be invited to the program. And I have no idea how you get invited. I have gotten tens of millions of views on my theme page on IG and nothing. I have never been invited, but from what I've heard, the pay is ass anyway, so it's not like I'm missing out. However, what I did in order to start making money through my IG page was create products with print on demand. And if you don't know what print on demand is, this is what it is. You basically just never hold inventory and the company sends the products out for you. And let me show you the kind of products I sold with my AI theme page. So these 3 canvases right here, the art on them is AI that I made with Midjourney. And then with print on demand, they have these canvases and all I did was put the art on the canvas and then boop, this is how they send it to people. And I did this for a while and I was making some pretty decent money. However, I had to stop because these weren't the only ones I had. I had other ones. And since my page was Star Wars, they eventually caught on and the AI detector on whatever the websites were able to see, hey, this is not owned by you, blah, blah, blah. And then I couldn't do it. So now I'm trying to think of a different product that I can sell, but in the meantime, I have nothing for my IG page to make money on. But if you are interested in learning how I did this and you want to do it for yourself, because it's not like as simple as just putting the picture on the canvas, you have to like do certain things so the quality doesn't break and all that. But if you're interested in that, I have a link in the description to a digital product on Etsy where it's basically everything I said in this video plus how to do that. And the thing is like $10, but since you've already watched this entire video and all you really need to know is how to do that, if you do decide to buy it, use code YouTube on your checkout on Etsy and it'll be 50% off. So now it's only $4.99. And also you might find it nice to have a whole PDF slideshow document of everything I explained here instead of always having to come back to a YouTube video to, if you want to relearn something. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys found some value in this video and create some awesome kick-ass story pages. By the way, this is Charlie. Hey Charlie, say bye. Bye.